Rise to nominate the gentleman from California, Mr. Kevin McCarthy, for Speaker of the House.
And with that, vote number 4 commenced. On this, the second day of trying to elect a Speaker of the House. A process that is ordinarily an uneventful affair. Not this time, as members of the extreme right wing of the Republican Party dug in, refusing to vote for the party's chosen nominee, who they see as too weak to be leader. Kevin McCarthy tried to have this vote adjourned. He's clearly not sure that he can get the votes today either. Nothing like this has happened in the House since 1923. That's 100 years ago. Let's see if Kevin McCarthy has any more success today. But within minutes of the vote beginning, it was clear McCarthy was headed for another embarrassing defeat. One that was predictable if the views of Republicans we spoke to on the way in was anything to go by. So you'll get headed to the floor. Will you vote for Kevin McCarthy?
No, I won't be voting for Mr. McCarthy. No.
Will that change at all?
No.
Can it be persuaded? Can you be persuaded to?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think that Kevin McCarthy has a chance to get through?
No comment.
What's the likely outcome, though? Can you sort out this chaos?
No comment.
Why is this happening in your party?
No comment.
Even his supporters, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, were unsure if they could persuade McCarthy's critics to change their mind. But do you think you can bring them round? Are you trying to persuade them to vote for Mr. McCarthy for Speaker?
Of course.
Do you think they might today?
We'll see what happens.
Today's defeat came on top of Tuesday's initial debacle in the House, when as soon as the votes began to be counted, it was clear McCarthy was in trouble.
Honorable Kevin McCarthy of the state of California has received 203.
The problem is McCarthy needed and still needs to win 218 votes. The same happened in the second ballot.
Has received 203.
And as a glum McCarthy looked on, another member joined the rebellion in the third round, bringing the total number of Republicans voting against McCarthy to 20.
A speaker has not been elected.
A wounded McCarthy left Congress last night, doing his best to sound upbeat.
How long are you willing to continue this battle?
Well, I think everybody comes together, so we'll get there.
McCarthy's humiliation made all the worse by the fact he spent weeks desperately trying to win his opponents over, even offering them concessions that, for one, would have enabled them to call a vote to oust him as Speaker with relative ease. And yet they still didn't budge. The staunchly conservative members of the Freedom Caucus, the majority Trump-loving MAGA Republicans, simply don't trust McCarthy. As much as he tries to pander to their hard-right ideology, they see him as part of the establishment.
Those of us who will not be voting for Kevin McCarthy today take no joy in this discomfort that this moment has brought. But if you want to drain the swamp, you cannot put the biggest alligator in charge of the exercise.
With those views, it seems unlikely the band of conservative rebels will change their mind, leaving the Republican Party in chaos, the House with no Speaker, and the US government therefore unable to get on with the business of governing. Well, voting is underway in the House right now, but what we're witnessing here is the implosion of the Republican Party as we know it, driven by a group of extremist pro-Trump supporters who are simply digging in and even ignoring the former president's pleas for them to vote for Kevin McCarthy. They are simply refusing. And of course, without their votes, Kevin McCarthy cannot become Speaker. So the chances of that happening are looking less and less likely. We are in the middle of the 5th round of voting right now, and he does look set to lose again. And if he does, there may come a point today where Kevin McCarthy will have to concede and give way to a new Republican nominee who will try and unite the party. But we are not there yet. Kevin McCarthy is not ready by any means to throw in the towel just yet. Remember, the last time this happened was in 1923. The time before that, when this happened in 1856, they went on for 2 months and 133 votes before they could finally elect a speaker. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time around.